we ready, Marilyn? Hello, everyone. I'm glad you braved the weather, all that rain. Anybody traveling on the roads? What are the roads like? Are they okay? Okay. Thank you for coming. You know how important, how much it means to me to have you here. I love that you add something special to the group. Each one of you add your essence. So the group is made up of all of your spirits, which is beautiful. So let us greet one another. Shalom. We greet one another in peace. Okay, so we're going to start by being still and by being quiet, and we're going to look at Harriet, our lovely Norfolk pine, and we're going to notice and sense the peace that comes from Harriet. Let this beautiful tree just draw you into its quietness and its stillness. Take a nice deep breath. A nice deep breath in. And then breathe it out. A nice deep breath out. Take another one, a nice deep breath in. Eyes closed or open, it's up to you. And breathe it out. So this time, what I would like for you to do is to, when you breathe out, I want you to breathe out every bit of breath that's in you. Push it all out slowly. Let it all drain out of you. And then when you can't push any more out, take a nice, deep, sweet breath in. Your body knows what to do. As you're drawing in that breath, just suck it in, that deep, sweet, sacred breath, a gift of life that each one of us receives every moment. Breathing in a gift of life, and then breathing out. As you're breathing out, let go of all of your worries and fears, whatever is in you that is bothering you, let it all go. So take another deep breath in. And then breathe out. And again, breathe out any worries, any tensions, any fears. Just breathe it out. And if you feel comfortable to do so, close your eyes if you haven't already done so. Close your eyes. And I would like for you to notice your body. Become aware of your body. Start with your toes and go travel all the way up to the top of your head. And just notice. Are there any areas in your body where you feel tension, fear, anger, whatever it might be? If you find a spot where there's something that you don't need, breathe it out. Let it go with your breath. Breathe it out. Is there any place in your body that feels calm, it feels well? If there is, breathe it in. Take that in when you take in your next breath. Take it in. Let it soak in. deep place within, that quiet place, that place where you're safe. We're all safe there. And take another nice breath in, breathing in all that is calm and well. Take another breath out, breathing out anything that's troublesome. And that includes pain. If you feel pain somewhere, breathe it out. Give everything that is within you up to Spirit, up to love, up to God. Give it up to God. Give it back to God, who wants you to rest in this love that is there for you, this safe place, this place where you are always safe, this place that you can come to at any time, just to be quiet and to rest in the beautiful love that is there. Exhale once more. Breathe out every bit of air that's there. As you do so, can you notice the chair holding you up? Can you feel the chair? Continue to breathe. Let your breath become peaceful and even. Just notice your breath as it becomes even. The thing is, you should notice your breath. Notice that you're breathing. A beautiful, peaceful breath. Every breath, a gift from God. So as we're here in the stillness today, this will be my last day until April. In April, I want to start something new. Well, not necessarily new, but different. So here at the Resurrection, here at this place we call the house for the church, we have been a number of years now building community, building relationships. And to do that, we have to learn to be quiet ourselves. We have to learn to go within and connect with that which is greater than us, which is within us. That's the first step in learning to build relationships and learning to build community. This community is called the Alternative Spirituality Group. And this is a small community within the larger community of the Resurrection. This community was started primarily for people who didn't really come to church regularly or had difficulties with their belief in God, maybe had no belief in God, maybe were angry with God. But yet they knew that there was something in their lives. They were on a spiritual journey, as we all are. But this would be a safe place if they didn't want to be in the church Sunday morning, if they didn't even believe in God or didn't think they believed in God. This would be a safe place, a place where we could travel together on our spiritual journey. That was the original reason for it. We have many people passing through who come from different traditions, but this becomes a home, a community. So the little bit of teaching that I want to do this morning, I want to do something from Stephen Charleston, who is a retired Anglican Episcopal bishop from the United States, who retired as Bishop of Alaska. He is indigenous. He's from the Choctaw Nation of Oklahoma. We did a book study of his this past year called We Survived the End of the World, where he talked about how the indigenous people for the last 400 years have been victims of colonialism. And he writes almost every day. He's very prolific. writes every day, pretty much. So these are a few words that he's written about what is community. What is community? We have a lot of small communities under the umbrella of the resurrection. So what is community? And thinking about this group today, this particular group that you are a part of here, thinking about this group, listen to these words that he has to say and see what you think. You might agree, you might not. It's up to you. The first statement he makes is, the community is a shelter for those who feel overwhelmed. Can this be a place for you when you're feeling overwhelmed? Some days you may come and you feel great. Some days you might come and you feel like it's the end of the world. Can this little community be a shelter for you when you're feeling overwhelmed? Can it be a place of meditation for anyone following a spiritual path, which is pretty much everyone? He says that the community should be a place of meditation for those following a spiritual path, a spiritual journey. He says the community can be a resource bank for those working for peace and justice. If you're interested in doing some kind of peace work or work for justice or doing anything, this is a place where you can share that with other people. He says a community is a circle of prayer for persons of all traditions. Everyone, regardless of who you are, what you are, where you come from, what your faith is. If you have no faith at all, this is a place of prayer, a circle of prayer for you. He says a community is a liminal space, a thin place, for anyone who's striving to find and be found by Spirit. So a liminal place is what we call a thin place, where it seems like that space between earth and heaven, we'll call it, is thin. And we can sense what's beyond that space. So that this community could be a thin space for anyone who wants to find Spirit or who wants to just sit and be found by Spirit or by God or by love, whatever you want to call it, by that which is greater than yourself. This is a thin place. So, this is a shelter for those who feel overwhelmed. It's a place of meditation for following a spiritual path. It's a circle of prayer for persons of all traditions, all beliefs. It's a thin space for anyone striving to find Spirit or to be found by Spirit. So with those few little thoughts, and he has a lot more thoughts on community, with those few little thoughts, if you would like, sit with somebody and just talk about them for a few minutes. Just discuss. Okay? So you can find someone that you would like to chat with. If you don't want to chat at all, you can just sit back or go into the chapel for a few minutes or whatever. But if you can find, if you would like to have a discussion, don't be afraid to get up and share. Okay. So what is this community to you? What has it become? And what can it be for you? Of course. I do it every time. Okay. So I hope that engendered a little bit of conversation. It certainly seemed to. So if there's something that you'd like to share from your group, from this little community, which is a part of the big community of the resurrection, and your experience with other communities. Anything you want to share?
Kind of shared brought us here, what brought us here in the first place.
Yes.
Some people were seeking community. Some people, like myself, wasn't necessarily looking for community, but found it nonetheless, and didn't. I didn't know that I needed it like I did.
Mm. You didn't realize that you needed community. Yeah.
Some people came here because they were in that place of being overwhelmed and needing to seek something.
Yes.
So it can be like from this place of overwhelm, or
Yes.
it can be something that you don't even recognize that
Exactly.
that you need in your life.
You might just come out of curiosity,
Yeah.
just curious about what's going on, what's happening.
I was helping a friend. I was just helping a friend find some things for them,
Yes.
and then I was looking online. And I was like, oh, there's all that for her, and then meditation group. And I was like, maybe I'll stop into that.
Right. And here you are. And here you are.
Years later.
Yes. Okay. Anyone else?
I was invited by Laura to join,
Yes.
and of course, if you know my life history, it was a very incredibly sad time
Yes.
in my life, and she was at the gym, and she sort of went, you know what, I have this meditation place. When I go there, I really feel safe,
Yes.
and she described it as a safe place that will help me.
Yes.
What was it? And she was right. And we were talking about the fact that we all come from all these different, like we're different circles.
Mm-hmm.
Talking about that, and how,
Yes.
but it's when we intersect, and we share, and there's that feeling of warmth and of safety that is very, very special and so valuable.
It's a very special place.
Yeah.
Learning to get to that special place is wonderful. Yes.
And you can carry on.
And the other, I'll just add one piece that, so we also talked about how, we all have different things, different parts of our lives. This is one part.
This is one part. This is one community.
We kind of described it as like the life as our circle, and this is an intersection
Yes.
of that circle where we come here. And in coming here, I believe Barb had said something to the effect that, like, it expands you. It allows for that space.
It allows you to grow
Yes,
and expand and evolve.
today, we are growing.
We are growing.
Doing this, we are becoming more open and accepting of it all.
Of all. Yes.
So we're not so tight. We're more open to.
We're not just knotted up inside of ourselves, but we're being transformed.
It allows you to free
Yeah.
space inside you.
Yes. That space, from that space inside. Yes. Thank you. Peter.
I think Gary and I were talking about relationships,
Yes.
and Gary said that he sat here and prayed that God would send him somebody, and I came and offered myself. Some might say I put my foot in my mouth. But anyway, it just carried on from there in terms of answers to prayer, I guess, Gary. And coincidences and just being aware of these things. And I added my, my need or my desire for connectedness and collaboration.
Yes.
And Gary kind of sought out more of a balance, I think. There's the alone time, and Gary's doing writing and working through things.
Yes.
So I guess we were talking about the community being a place or a community of groundedness.
Yes.
And from that groundedness or truth, maybe, Gary?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So like that kind of, so it grounds us. It helps us to be aware. That's, the awareness is.
Awareness is
So
big
we don't
thing.
have to be
Yes.
like other people.
No.
But we do need to be aware of how we are like other people.
Yeah.
And how we
Yeah.
then have choice.
Yes.
Of
Well, how we are like and how we are unlike, and be accepting of both, right?
Yes.
To be accepting of both.
that gives us choice.
It gives us choice.
Yeah.
Yes. Exactly. Thank you. Thank you. That's good. Linda, you and.
Gary was going to.
Oh, sorry. Sorry.
And I just wanted to say that everything you were saying there was directed straight at me.
Oh, okay.
I've been writing on this thing, okay? I've been elaborating to messianics,
Mm.
okay? Stuff that they don't even see. It's like they'll emphasize it twice if they're looking for emphasis like that. So right off the bat, you said shalom, okay? But shalom means perfect.
Peace.
Okay, verily, verily, and truly, truly,
Yes.
attentively listen to what I'm saying.
Yes. Yes.
So, yeah, I've said enough. Okay, I've got 2 ears, 1 mouth. I'll put my foot in my mouth and listen.
Thank you. Thank you, Gary. Linda and Walter.
Yeah, sure. I'm more here to learn the words that the Lord has said. I haven't been a study of the Bible or the church, but I've always been what I call religious in the background, a little hypocrite Christian. Yes, and it's only lately that I've realized and I've come to a spiritual awakening that I need to be here. I'm being called here. I'm being called to be fruits. I want to become part of the community. This is what He meant for us to do,
Yes.
and that's why I'm here. I'm here to learn His words, not to follow Him.
Wonderful. Wonderful.
He actually used 2 words. First of all, he said he was dragged here.
I am.
He's being dragged here.
Exactly what happened sometimes. I was dragged literally to church as a child, and it wasn't exactly pleasant. Yeah, but for me, I didn't share it with you, but for me to come here to meditation, chatty me, it was like, I remembered at Queen's College on a retreat, they begged that I would not be able to stay silent during a retreat time. It was a silent retreat, and I said, I'll take that beg, because I can. But it was like from being determined and determined. And now I just come because it's just so needed. It's so good.
When I say dragged, I'm going against my own moral saying, you should be out there. Why wasn't you out there? Get out there. That's what I say when I'm being
And
dragged.
I've been dragged by God as well. That was the grandmother dragging me
Yes.
forward. I like that.
Right. Thank you. Thank you, Linda. Thank you.
I
Got
just
it.
want to say, I think I'm double taking because I go to my own community. in
You have 2
Harvard
communities,
on
right?
Sunday.
On
And
a Sunday.
I come home from my place of community in Harvard Grace, and I sit and get my cup of coffee, and we watch here. on Sunday.
And you watch this one. Yeah.
We come, we sit down every Sunday and watch the service.
So you have
I'm really double taking. I think.
you really are. You really are.
We are.
And when you think about it, think about how many communities we're all a member of. Little communities that you don't even think of as a community. Like this is a community, right? And we have a lot of communities like this, under the big umbrella of the resurrection, right? So yes, Cecil.
If my mother was alive and my
Would she really? Would she really? Oh, God love you. Okay, thank you. Anyone else? Did I miss somebody? Is there anyone else that? Okay. So now we're going to settle into what we call the heart of our contemplative hour here, which is centering prayer. So I just want you to relax your body. I want you to sit in a position that is comfortable for you, whatever that might be. For me, it's curled up like this. For you, it can be whatever you find comfortable. The one thing you need to be, because we're going to be sitting in this position for a while, it's good to keep your back straight and be conscious of your neck, that your neck and your head are comfortable, or in a position that you can maintain for a while, for at least 15 minutes in stillness. So I want you to just close your eyes if that's good for you. If it's not good for you, you know, just keep them open and just keep them lowered. Whatever is best for you. Notice your breathing. It's important to notice your breathing. We breathe hundreds, maybe thousands of times a day, and very rarely do we notice that we're breathing. So notice the breath that you're taking in, that gift from God, that sacred breath. Every breath a gift. Offer up a simple prayer of desire to come into your calm depth in God, to go through everything to its open source in God. Just offer a little prayer, simply asking God to be with you, to let you be aware that you are one with God, that you desire to know who God is, who Spirit is. You desire to know that which is greater than yourself. And just notice the contents of your mind. Notice the thoughts, the images, the sounds, the feelings that are all there in your mind, and they're going to be there. And just simply let them pass by. Notice them, let them go. Don't dwell on any of them, just let them pass by. Even the good thoughts, let them go. Continue to notice your breathing as you're doing that. And then let a short word rise up from deep in the center of your being. A word that reminds you of your desire for God. It's a resonant symbol of your desire for God. My word that always comes up is beloved. Yours could be joy or Jesus, or it could be anything. But let a word, let it just rise up from deep within your being. And let your intent be to just effortlessly just fall through that word into God's spacious, wordless, uniting presence. You don't have to hold on to the word. The word is sort of like a focusing tool. It helps you focus. You can let go of it. And then when the thoughts start to come back, as they will, a thought here, an image there, an emotion, something rises up. Just let your word come back. I let my word, when thoughts begin to come back, I just let beloved come back, beloved, until I'm focused again, and then I let go of it. So we're not seeking anything during this quiet time, simply to rest in God's presence, to let the thoughts come and go, let your word come and go as you need it, but just simply rest. Rest in that place where God is present, where Spirit is present, where you are safe. And very gently now, let us return to that place of ordinary awareness. And let us continue to be quiet, to take a few moments to reflect on how that experience was for you. And be honest in your reflection. Were you distracted? Did you feel God's presence? How did you feel? And can you put into a single word how you're feeling right now? Just reflect for a moment or two. If you had to put into a word or phrase how you're feeling right now, what would that be? And from where you're sitting, just simply speak that word out to God, to the Spirit. Just simply say it out loud from where you're sitting. Connected. And now we're going to take another couple of minutes because we know that we are here on this earth not for ourselves but for the other. We are here to be for the other, to be a neighbor, to be loving, to be kind. And we know that God has something for us. God is maybe pushing or prodding or whispering to us. And we need to listen to hear, what is it? What is God's prayer in me today for the world? What is God asking of me? What does God want me to do? So let's just take a couple of minutes to be quiet and listen for what God might be saying, Spirit might be saying to you today. And whatever it is, even if you've heard nothing, just hold it in your heart right now. Simply hold it in your heart, whatever that might be. And then simply let it go. Give it back to God. Turn it over. Let it go. And so, my dear ones, as we have known something of God's peace here today, let us go out into the world to be that peace. Shalom. Shalom. Peace to you all. Love you all.